The heat wave is causing headaches for some motorists whose vehicles stopped working in the extreme temperatures. Reporter Sonia Goen shows us how a New Hope auto repair shop is trying to keep up with the demand for service.
Our recent heat wave has been a bust for some motorists, but a boost for some auto repair shops. The owners of Cursed Autos say their phones are ringing off the hook with people trying to get in to get their air conditioners repaired.
This Cadillac actually came in because it was no longer functioning with the AC system. It had just been recharged 4 days ago.
The sizzling temperatures are good for business. Mechanics here have averaged 3 to 7 AC repairs per day since the extreme temps started last week.
I would say our business has increased about 20–30% since the heat wave kicked in with the AC repairs.
There are several reasons for the cool air to stop blowing in your vehicle. A lack of refrigerant, or there could be a problem with the condenser. This is one of the machines mechanics at Cursed use to detect issues.
We are able to hook it up to a vehicle. We then suck out or evac the existing Freon in the system. We then put a vacuum check on it, which actually checks for any large leaks.
Prices vary if your ride needs an AC recharge. That's because it all depends on the year and make of your vehicle.
With an older vehicle, they can range anywhere from about $145 up to $200.
And newer models that use more expensive Freon will cost a lot more.
Those typically start right around the $450 area and can go as high as $700.
Experts say you can prevent AC problems by getting routine maintenance on your vehicle, like regular oil changes where mechanics can check for leaks.
We can say this hose is leaking or this part is starting to fail. We need to replace this now before it completely stops working.
In New Hope, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
A former Maple Grove police chief and current U.S. Marshal for the District of Minnesota is facing heat with protest groups calling for her resignation after last Thursday's fatal shooting of a black man in uptown Minneapolis. Mona Dohman was Maple Grove's police chief from 2001 until 2011 and served Maple Grove's police force for a total of 27 years. Former President Donald Trump appointed her to become U.S. Marshal in 2019. The demands for Dohman's resignation are also fueled by the lack of video of the shooting incident. County sheriffs in the Twin Cities say the U.S. Marshal Service has stalled in implementing a body-worn cameras policy. Maple Grove's annual Summer Festival plans to be back in person this year. However, the pandemic has caused budget concerns. The nonprofit volunteer organization that runs Maple Grove Days has experienced a drop in sponsorships to fund the multi-day festival. As a result, organizers say they will be dipping into their rainy day fund, deepening concerns about the future Maple Grove Days festivals. The City Council previously approved $10,000 to help fund the event, and now the festival's nonprofit is requesting an additional $10,000. Maple Grove Days is scheduled for July 14th through the 18th. Ordering online from a favorite restaurant is commonplace these days, but that model wasn't so common a decade ago. In this week's edition of Takeout Tuesday, Delane Cleveland shows us a business that was ahead of its time and didn't miss a beat during the pandemic.
Ceviche, ceviche, ceviche. Every order has ceviche.
Many of us live busy lives where we're constantly on the go. And sometimes cooking a delicious meal at home
And I already cut up some tomatoes, right?
isn't possible.
Exactly.
That's where Ana Reyes and her husband Luis can help. For the past 10.5 years, they've provided the gift of convenience in the form of Mexican take and bake meals.
And this is authentic. You have the flavor. We don't use cheesy sauces and, God forbid, black olives.
Each dish at La Cocina de Ana is inspired from the food Ana ate while growing up in central Mexico.
It's very, very tasty.
Customers just have to call ahead or order online.
So if you call us, then your food is ready in the refrigerator to go, and then just grab your order.
When a new order comes in, Luis and Ana prepare the food fresh in the kitchen for people to pick up later that day.
We get our fresh veggies, we blend our own salsas, it's not out of a can. All that makes a difference.
Tortilla soup.
Yet owning a restaurant was never a goal for this Plymouth couple. Ana is a former mechanical engineer, and Luis used to work as a food scientist at Cargill until he lost his job during the Great Recession. Rather than uprooting their family, the couple opened La Cocina de Ana in this Plymouth strip mall in 2010. And along the way, they racked up some notable recognition.
The funniest one is the best food nobody knows about.
More than 10 years later, word about their take and bake concoctions has spread throughout this area.
It's been growing, and we want it to keep growing.
It helps that the business model was well suited to overcome the pandemic restrictions facing traditional restaurants. Now, even with the world returning to normal, they continue to bring a taste of central Mexico to the western suburbs. In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
And finally, this segment, the cat's out of the bag about a special Animal Humane Society volunteer. Charlotte Beagle received a 100th birthday party thanks to the Animal Humane Society staff in Golden Valley. Charlotte has volunteered at the Humane Society for more than 30 years. She still lives on her own, and she plans to keep volunteering for the animals and the people too.
I think this was my salvation, coming here and meeting a nice group of people. Yep, we were lucky, huh? You're lucky you're here. Someone here is going to take you.
Charlotte spent a good chunk of her time at the party trying to get people to adopt that kitten. Charlotte said she couldn't bring him home herself because she already has a cat named Eddie that came from, you guessed it, the Animal Humane Society. Happy birthday, Charlotte.